Alright, so can you see my slides? Okay, kan? Okay, so so Kavita dah introduce me, but I think I'm just gonna cerita sikit lagi lah about my background with NBC. Okay, so I'm Izam. I think most of you know me already, kan? Because I think I tengok list of participants, at least half of the participants who are with us tonight, I kenal. Okay, I'm Izam. I'm a doctor by qualification, okay, a housewife by profession at the moment, okay. Best kan boleh present myself like that. For now, I duduk kat rumah because I have 6 kids. No, that's not the reason though. My youngest is autistic. So I'm quite busy, you know, attending to him lah, okay, about therapy and everything. So I actually learned pasal NBC ni somewhere in 2015. Okay, so it has been quite some time already, but I've not shared it with others because I didn't know that other people needed it. Okay, so daripada 2015, I memang use nonviolent communication for myself, and it has helped me tremendously in terms of keeping me calm, processing my thoughts, processing my feelings, my emotions, okay, and making sense of things that happened around me, okay. So somewhere in, I think, 2018, then only I started sharing with other people nonviolent communication, because a group of close friends had an experience with NBC with me, and they said, why you keeping it to yourself, kan? Benda ni sangat bagus, so why not you share it with other people? So that was the starting of Nuri Circle, where I teach nonviolent communication or compassionate communication with other people for about a year plus, and then COVID happened, kan? So when COVID happened, everything macam terberhenti kejap because I couldn't do personal consultations apart from Zoom consultations. Tapi dia punya feel dia tu macam kurang sikit, kan, banding dengan our monthly session where we meet and talk about how to manage our emotions and eat. Okay, eating is very important, kan? Okay, so anyway, why am I sharing this topic over and over again when people ask me to present something on emotional regulation? Mesti I nak present pasal feelings and needs ni, okay? Because so many of us are so scared of facing or embracing our feelings, betul tak? We are really good at hiding our feelings, but we're not good at all at showing it or ataupun expressing it, okay? And when we don't express our feelings, what happens is kita rugi banyak tau, because feelings ni is the first thing that happens. It's like the window to solving a lot of issues, okay? And it is the first step. So kalau you tak suka untuk talk about your feelings ataupun acknowledge and recognize what your feelings are, you akan miss out on all these wonderful things that you could have done, okay? Right, so that's why I selalu nak cakap pasal feelings and needs ni. I want you to overcome your fear of feelings, okay? Start embracing your feelings and then use it untuk you punya own kebaikan lah, okay? Take advantage of it, alright? Okay. Because kita nak everybody able to function at the most optimum that you can, in terms of health, in terms of you punya mental health semua juga, okay? Alright. So the first step is actually understanding emotions. So why do we experience emotions differently? So some of the slides I recycle because it's still relevant, and there are some new slides as well. Okay, so tak adalah you rasa macam if you've been to my previous sessions, I hope you will learn something new from this session. Okay, so understanding emotions. Why do we experience emotions differently? Okay, so this is a very important knowledge to have lah. Okay, we experience emotions differently because we have different past experiences. Okay, so semua orang ada past experiences yang lain, and all these past experiences shape the way we experience our current emotions juga. Okay, personality, different personalities experience different emotions. They experience emotions differently, I mean. Okay, and survival instinct. If you've had a difficult past, kan, your survival instinct will be higher. Okay, and any sort of emotions that is triggered may be experienced at a more heightened punya sensation compared to people who did not have a difficult past lah. Okay, and triggers, there are many triggers, and we all have different triggers. Okay, so all of this akan contribute to the emotions that we have. Okay, and whatever emotions that we have will lead to our responses. Okay, so our responses in terms of motivation, okay, our behaviors, the way of thinking, our actions, our health, physical and mental, semua akan affected by our emotions. Okay, so if we have a positive attitude, when we have emotions, and our response will be a more positive response. Okay, so a positive response will help us improve our well-being and our quality of life, and a negative response will be the opposite lah. Okay, it affects our body, our mental well-being, and everything else as well. Okay, all right. Okay, so what happens when you are triggered? Triggered tu, you faham tak apa dia? Triggered tu is like when something happens or when somebody says something and then you feel something, kan? That is triggered. You feel something, but sometimes you don't know what it is yet, kan? The feeling tu datang, but you're not sure. That is triggered. Okay, so triggered ni apa kita boleh bayangkan as our brain flipping its lid. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk briefly about our brain, okay, in the palm of the hand. This is a theory. Okay, if you imagine that your hand is your brain, there are some structures in the brain that affects the way kita process our emotions, our feelings and needs. Okay, and when you are triggered, what happens is different parts of your brain are not communicating well with each other. Okay, so this part is called the amygdala. Okay, this part of the brain is called the amygdala. The amygdala ni function dia ialah untuk it's the center of emotion. So anything that happens in front of you, or anything people say, they akan trigger the amygdala first. Okay, this is where your emotions are triggered. Okay, so but the amygdala does not give you solutions. Okay, dia cuma tapis saja. Okay, and dia akan selain daripada dia tapis the feelings that you have, the things that happen, dia akan try juga at the same time match it with your past experiences. Okay, so by matching it with your past experiences, the amygdala akan bagi you bertindak mengikut emosi, okay, without thinking. Okay, it's like very instant punya response. Okay, macam so contoh macam yang I selalu bagi pasal ikin kan. Bukan ikin lah, I mean like kalau masa you kecil you pernah kena kejar dengan angsa. So you akan ada all these, you already know that it will be painful, you know that it hurts, you know that you rasa macam mana jantung you laju apa semua kan. So all of this is already imprinted in your brain, okay, in the amygdala. So bila you dah dewasa and you see answer kan, you see answer to what will happen, your brain, your amygdala akan terus try to match with your past experience. So you akan feel exactly the same way you felt when you were little. Okay, when you see any answer, walaupun the answer is not like, it's like cage, you still akan rasa the same thing. Okay, and that happens because the amygdala is a very simple structure yang responsible for your fight and flight, and what it does is it wants to just to protect you. So dia nak protect you, it must be fast. Okay, so dia akan just match with past experience. So what did you do then? So you akan lari kan. So at that time you akan rasa macam you nak lari juga. Okay, so but what ideally you want to happen in your brain is this part of the brain, which is the prefrontal cortex. This is the thinking brain, the one that makes all the strategies and everything. You want the PFC to be communicating with the amygdala, okay? Because the PFC ni lah yang akan bagi tahu the amygdala what to do. Okay, the amygdala dia akan bertindak based on past experience saja, but dia tak boleh fikir. Okay, the PFC yang akan do the thinking in the current situation ni. So you would want the PFC to always be hugging the amygdala, okay? Because when the PFC hugs the amygdala, they communicate, kan? When they communicate, it calms the amygdala down and it gives solutions, okay? So bila you bertindak melulu, kan? Bila you bertindak tanpa berfikir panjang, what happens is as if your lid is flipped, okay? So that's why they call flipping one's lid, okay? So kita nampak ramai orang yang bertindak melulu kan, yang tanpa berfikir, tanpa ada self connection and everything. This is because dia punya PFC is not communicating well dengan the amygdala, okay? So we want everybody, especially yang datang hari ni, yang tengok dalam Zoom ni, to be able to down-regulate every time they are triggered, okay? Because flipping your lid, macam tulis kat situ, the limbic system is running the show, okay? So it causes spikes of anger, rage, terror, okay? Ni right side of the brain lah, okay? And and we will do things that we will regret, okay? Because we are doing it without thinking, okay? But when PFC is curled over the limbic system, it gives us the capacity for self-regulation and self-compassion, okay? So kita nak our lid is always closed, not flipped, okay? Right. Kalau ada questions, you can ask. I tak buka chat, so maybe you can unmute and then ask me lah, okay? Right. So there are many ways actually for you to handle negative emotions, okay? Yang penting is that you try to develop a healthy coping mechanism and activate the right brain, because bila kita dalam keadaan triggered, the most active part of our brain is the left brain, okay? The left hemisphere, okay? Because the left hemisphere ni dia punya susunan sel-sel dia apa semua is different from the right brain. It is very structured. It's not and it's quite slow. It is quite slow compared to the right hemisphere. It marches tu maksudnya dia just follow the flow saja, okay? Dia tak boleh kreatif, okay? On the right side of the hemisphere is the creative brain. Dia punya structure is more like macam pokok dekat dalam hutan, okay? So pokok branches kan, the branches from the trees, they intertwine and they meet kan, dekat atas-atas semua tu. So bila one information nak travel from one side to another is very fast. Okay, compared to kalau you punya susunan brain cells tu linear. Okay, ada orang conteng I punya slides. But never mind. Okay. So kita nak kena activate our right brain untuk help us handle negative emotions. Okay. So you just find a method that works. So for example, you can try exercising, you can try quiet reflection, meditation, or having a hobby, confiding in friends, kan? You can use essential oils. So this one I akan cover at the end nanti. You can use nonviolent communication and affirmations, okay? Right. But tonight I nak focus more on compassionate communication. Okay, dah 20 minutes lah. Okay. So compassionate communication or nonviolent communication is something that is very important. I think I nak semua orang tahu pasal NVC ni, because if everybody understands NVC and if everybody uses NVC, the world will be such a peaceful place. Okay, right. So NVC is a way of communication that leads us to give from the heart. Okay, so dia it's so deep that the type of communication that we use with NVC ni rasa daripada hati. Okay, dia macam datang daripada hati. That's what it means. Okay, it strengthens our ability to remain human even under trying conditions, because usually bila keadaan susah, kita susah nak remain human, betul tak? Kita akan jadi ganas instead of full of empathy, right? Okay, so it helps us connect with ourselves and others, macam Kalita said just now. Okay, not just with others saja, but ourselves as well, in a way that allows our natural compassion to flourish. It leads to us perceiving relationships in a new light, okay, when we can use NVC to hear our own deeper needs and those of others. Okay, so communication to heart sebenarnya, right? And it's communication without blame, without assumptions, and without judgments. Bunyi dia macam susah kan? I mean, because we are full of blame, assumptions, and judgments, aren't we, kan? Right? Okay, so why is it important? Okay, so Dr. Marsha Rosenberg, who is the founder of Nonviolent Communication, says we can make life miserable or wonderful for ourselves and others depending upon how we think and communicate. Betul tak? It's very simple but powerful, kan? How we think ataupun how we communicate with others akan tentukan sama ada kita punya life ni miserable ataupun wonderful untuk ourselves and other people. Okay, so that's why kita nak belajar how to change the way we think and communicate. Okay, because then barulah kita boleh have a more wonderful life, right? Okay, so there are many branches to nonviolent communication, but obviously I cannot cover everything tonight, and I'm just going to cover one part, which is self-connection, okay, which includes feelings and needs. Okay, right. So this is the NVC tree of life. The NVC tree of life ni is macam dia bagi you option untuk connect with ourselves and with other people. Okay, so if you look at the tree, ni pokok kan, with branches kan, ranting. And bawah pokok ni, bawah tanah ni is the root. Okay, so the root to connection is actually self-connection. That means yang paling penting sebelum kita nak communicate dengan orang lain ialah communicate with ourselves dulu. Alright, so there are two parts with self-connection juga. Okay, one part is self-empathy. Self-empathy is opening my heart to what's alive in me. Self-empathy ni is like I want to understand what's going on inside of me. Okay, that is self-empathy. Okay, how am I feeling? What am I needing? Okay, compared to humanizing. Humanizing is trying to see the good in others. Okay, so opening my heart to what's alive in you. Okay, so what could she or he be feeling? What could she or he be needing? But all this communication happens within us. Okay, self-connection is about how we communicate with ourselves, within ourselves. Sama ada kita nak self-empathy, that means nak understand what's going on with us, ataupun kita nak try understand what's going on with other people. Okay, so self-empathy, humanizing. Humanizing, that means kita nak cuba faham what's going on in other people. Okay, but that happens all in our brain. Okay, compared to self-expression and empathy. Okay, self-expression is when selepas you dah figure out what's going on inside of you, then you nak express yourself to other people. Kan? You nak communicate what you are feeling tu selepas you dah self-empathy. That is self-expression. Okay? Empathy means bila you dah humanize, you dah cuba guess what's going on in the other people, the person, then you nak cakap dengan that person, you nak confirmkan balik. Betul tak you are feeling like this because you need this? Okay? So I tak akan cover self-expression dengan empathy hari ni because it will take too long. Okay, and yang penting, paling penting to me is you master self-connection dulu. Okay, that means you master self-connection, that means you know what's going on inside of you, and then you can make guesses about what's going on inside of other people. Itu lagi penting sebelum you nak try self-express, maknanya nak bagi tahu ke orang how you feel, ataupun you nak empathize, nak tanya dia how that person is actually feeling. Alright? Okay. Faham tak? I think this is like very straightforward and as simple as I can make it. Tak ada soalan lagi setakat ni? Okay, so why do we need to embrace our feelings? Okay, because as I said earlier, feelings come first. Okay, when anything happens, or somebody said something, or you hear something, or you experience something, or whatever that happens, you akan dapat feelings dulu. You akan rasa something dulu. You tak akan dapat fikir needs lagi ke, you tak akan dapat think, you akan ada feelings dulu. So that's why it's important untuk kita, when we are triggered je, kita terus fikir apa yang I rasa, what am I feeling, okay? And bukan macam bila kita triggered, kita terus macam I tak nak fikir pasal benda ni. I don't care, I don't want to feel. Okay, you have to feel. Kalau you tak feel, you tak akan, brain you tak boleh process what's going on. Okay, so feelings come first. So that's why you have to embrace it. Okay, as soon as it comes, embracing. Why am I feeling sad? What is it that I'm feeling? Am I feeling tired? Am I feeling disappointed? Kan? Embrace that feeling dulu, right? Okay, feelings are clues to what's going on inside. Okay, so whenever you are triggered, it's because something is not right. Okay, there's actually needs that are not fulfilled. So that's why you are the feelings. So feelings tu akan bagi you clues to what is actually going on inside of you. Okay, so embrace it. Okay, it helps you down-regulate. So ingat tak this one? Brain in the palm of the hand, kan? So bila you embrace feelings, it will help you down-regulate. Nanti I cerita how, okay? Okay. So Arina tanya, macam mana nak jadikan habit to connect dengan feeling masa dilanda situation really hard and emotional? You have to train yourself to stop, okay? So I selalu ajar my students dulu, whenever you feel triggered, you say, stop, I'm going to do it differently this time, okay? Sambil you buat macam ni. Because this will remind you that, look, you are triggered and your lid is up, I need to make sure my lid is closed balik. Okay, I need to down regulate. So bila you buat macam ni, you are already signaling to your brain to stop. Okay, so sebelum you say something or do something that you might regret, you cakap dulu, stop, I'm going to do it differently this time. Okay, alright. Okay, sambung ya. Good question, Arina, thank you. Okay, so why else do we need to embrace our feelings? Okay, so it helps us down regulate, and then okay, it's the first step to self-connection and understanding self. Okay, so cara untuk kita nak down regulate and cara untuk kita nak buat self-connection ni, it starts with feelings. So that's why you have to care about how you feel. Okay, and it helps us make accurate decisions. Okay, bila you embrace all the feelings that you have, it will lead to you to thinking about the needs that are behind it. And bila you tahu apa your needs are, that is when you know what to do, because whatever strategies that you are going to implement will depend on what needs you want to fulfill. But what needs you need to fulfill depends on how you are feeling. Okay, so you have to know what you're feeling, okay, and you have to care about how you feel. Okay, and it also helps us move on. Kalau you tak embrace the first step of down regulation, of understanding, of self-connection, you akan stuck kat situ sampai bila-bila. Every time the same trigger comes, you akan lost, you tak tahu nak buat apa, because you tak nak process the emotion. So bila I cakap, bila orang tanya I ataupun consult I untuk things that are going inside of them, I always cakap kat diorang, process. Bila I cakap process tu, what I mean is, what are your feelings, what are you needing, and then the strategy tu akan datang just like that. Okay, bila your brain communicate, bila you manage to down regulate kan, so something happens and you say stop, I'm going to do it differently this time. So you dah bagi reminder dekat your brain that we're going to process this. Okay, so feelings apa yang I rasa? Okay, kalau I'm feeling sad because I need comfort. Oh, okay, so PFC kata, oh, okay, so you need comfort. Cakaplah you need comfort. Kalau you tak cakap, macam mana I nak tahu nak buat apa? Macam mana I nak bagi you strategi? Okay, so that is our PFC and our amygdala communicating with each other. Okay, kata okay, so where can we get comfort from? Okay, so you may decide lah, you nak dapat comfort daripada mana. So that's why sometimes we decide untuk nak jumpa our good friend. Sometimes we decide untuk nak WhatsApp somebody. Sometimes kita decide nak makan kan, nak makan chocolate, makan cake, because that gives us comfort. Okay, so faham tak? I hope you understand. Okay, kalau tak faham nanti you tanya balik. It keeps us at homeostasis. Okay, homeostasis ni maksudnya keseimbangan. Okay, because our body is like a connected circuit. Okay, it's like a circuit within a closed vessel lah. Okay, so kita ni blood vessels, kita punya body systems, they are all related and inside our human body kan. So our body akan sentiasa cuba untuk keep everything in balance. Okay, physically or even emotionally. Okay, so when something tips off, okay, katakan you have a negative emotion that's going on, you punya whole body punya system akan cuba reset so that you boleh imbangkan balik and function balik at your optimal level. However, if you leave this to happen too long, the same insults, emotional insults happening to you over and over again, you punya body memang akan cuba seimbangkan, tapi dia punya tolerance dia akan jadi smaller. Okay, so so you akan lagi cepat triggered, you akan function but at not an optimal punya level. Okay, you akan function dekat level yang you are easily triggered and easily out of you punya you tak boleh nak tolerate many things. Okay, window of tolerance we call that. Okay, I ada ajar ni juga tapi not in this session lah, in one of the MBC punya session. So you punya window of tolerance becomes narrower and you tak boleh tolerate many things. Okay, so that's why kita nak start embracing our feelings, so that bila kita proses, kita punya window of tolerance will become bigger, wider, and kita boleh, our body akan jadi mental. Kalau kita proses our mental punya emotional punya bahagian kan, kita akan go back into resonance. Okay, and bila kita dalam resonance, not just our emotion is better, but our physical health also is better. Okay, right, so embrace your feelings, jangan takut of having feelings. Okay, okay, after doing the feelings and needs, tapi strategi tu macam tak muncul, or rather limited sebab MCO ni, macam mana we nak tweak the needs? Okay, so sometimes the feelings tak habis keluar. Okay, there are things that you try not to feel. Okay, because mungkin you rasa macam that feeling is not good to have, ataupun you rasa macam it's silly, ataupun you rasa dia tak penting. Okay, so you tak note it down, you tak acknowledge it. Okay, so bila ada benda-benda yang masih tersorok tu, proses ni tak habis. Okay, and that's why you punya strategi rasa macam tak fulfilling your needs. And bila feelings you tak habis keluar, tak habis proses, you punya needs pun akan ada yang tak keluar juga. Okay, there are needs that are not acknowledged juga. Okay, and that's when strategies tu don't seem to be fulfilling you punya needs. Faham tak? Okay, so MCO ni kalau you rasa macam ingat tak I cakap Ikin dah banyak kali datang kelas kan, so you should remember about request kan. Request tu dia tak boleh tied to a person, tied to a time ataupun a place. Okay, so you tak boleh bila you nak buat strategi tu, you nak kata okay, I need comfort, tapi I need comfort daripada orang tu saja. Tak boleh. That is not a strategy. Okay, a strategy is you nak comfort, you get comfort from wherever. Okay, it's very wide. Okay, so kalau you limit yourself to one person, ataupun like, oh I need to eat Nippon sushi. Ya Allah, rindu betul. Okay, so tak boleh because you dah limit yourself to Nippon sushi, Bandar Baru Bangi or whatever. Okay, you cannot. So you have to make it, I need apa? I need comfort. But okay, tapi janganlah pilih Nippon, janganlah pilih comfort from one person. Pilih another comfort that is more accessible to you. Okay, right? Makan laksa je, yes kan? Okay, how long does the feelings need to be embraced or analyzed? As long as you need. Okay, as long as you need. That means selagi you rasa tak habis, tak settle, tak puas, that means there's still something going on. Okay, so what I usually ask people to do is divide the issues tu. Okay, because bila kita ni macam I ni kan, dah umur 44 kan, dah 44. So I punya issues dah 44 years. Okay, you jangan underestimate childhood trauma. Okay, childhood trauma is something that you will carry sampai adulthood. And you nak release all these personal baggages is not easy. So you kena divide the issues. Okay, you kena letak, okay, this is, okay, I have issue dengan ni, I have issue dengan ni, I have issue dengan ni. So I nak proses A dulu. Then I process B. Then I process C. Okay, and start with the easiest issue first. Jangan nak go to issue you pasal mungkin masa you kena molest ke apa, tanpa practicing with issue sekarang yang you cakap dengan husband pun asyik bergaduh. Okay, right? So, ataupun you can't even decide nak buat apa today. Okay, so focus on issues that are simple dulu. And then baru you go back to the past. Okay, and sometimes you not go back to your past ni, it takes time and it takes a lot of assistance as well. Okay, so I dah let go of my childhood punya baggage 7 years ago. Okay, baru 7 years ago. Sekarang ni I rasa very liberated. Okay, because I rasa I tak ada carry any, not much lah kalau ada pun kan, not much of my childhood punya burden. Okay, but and so you can do the same juga, tapi you kena pandai, you kena start with the simplest issues dulu. Jangan start dengan all your issues yang dah lama-lama tu. Okay, you correct satu-satu. Okay, alright. Okay, apa lagi you sembang ni? I need me time. Me time tu apa dia sebenarnya? I need apa? Is it I need rest? Or is it I need you would know lah Julia kan? Right? So me time tu will be maybe sebab rest, maybe you need quietness kan? Right? So you find a way of getting that. Macam ni you nak dapat your rest. Macam ni you dapat that quietness. Okay. Okay, today I seek comfort from tahu bergedil. Okay. Janganlah comfort eating all the time. Okay. Okay. So you cannot limit you punya comfort by eating. Betul tak? You kena get comfort from other things. Alright. Okay. Yes. Okay. So apa yang you tak mampu, not doable, you janganlah take that as a strategy. That will just be alasan untuk you tak nak move on. Betul tak? Right? Okay. Nanti kita sampai lagi situ. You all dah advance betul ni. Memang pelajar cemerlang. Okay. I need to talk to someone. Anyone, even if tak kenal, okay tak? Apa lagi you need? Kalau you need to express yourself, but do you need anonymity? Kan? Kalau you perlu be anonymous, then maybe talking to a stranger macam you call apa talian apa-apa ke would help. But if you need somebody who knows you to listen, then tak payahlah cari orang yang anonymous, betul tak? Alright? Okay. Lagu apa pula ni ha? Okay. Anyway, alright. So kita move on, alright? Terlekat pula kat sini. Right. How to express feelings. Okay. Ni pun sangat penting because a lot of us don't know how to differentiate feelings from thoughts. Betul tak? Selalunya bila I buat consultation ke, I sembang ke dengan kawan-kawan ke apa, and I tanya dia, how do you feel? Ramai orang tak boleh jawab. Okay? Ramai orang tak boleh jawab because they are not used to the feelings punya vocabulary. We are used to blaming and making assumptions and having thoughts and expressing our thoughts instead of our feelings. Okay? Right. So you have to learn how to distinguish feelings from thoughts. Okay, so I akan bagi beberapa contoh, you have a look, okay? Right, I tutup chat kejap. Okay, thoughts are if feelings are followed by, okay? So, macam mana you nak distinguish feelings from thoughts? So, thoughts are if feelings are followed by words such as that, like, as if, okay? So, contoh, I feel that you should know better. That is a thought. It's not a feeling. Okay, walaupun you guna perkataan feel, okay? I feel like a failure. It's a thought because I don't like, right? I feel as if I'm talking to a wall. Okay, it's also a thought. It's not a feeling. When you say, I feel like you should know better, maybe what you are feeling is frustration. Betul tak? Maybe you are feeling frustrated. Tapi you tak cakap, I'm feeling frustrated. You cakap, I feel that you should know better. So you're putting the blame on other people. And when you do this, when you give your thoughts and confuse it with feelings, you akan cepat offend other people. When you offend the other person, you rasa dia akan dengar lagi tak apa you nak cakap. Tak kan? So itulah the breakdown in communication bila you bagi thoughts you instead of how you feel. Okay? Alright. And then thoughts are if feelings are followed by pronouns like I, you, she, they, it. I feel I'm constantly on call. Okay? I feel it is useless. Those are thoughts. They are not feelings. Okay? So I feel I'm constantly on call. Maybe it means I feel guilty ataupun I feel tired. Could be juga kan Okay. I feel it is useless. I feel it's useless. That is a thought kan? So what are the feelings that could be behind I feel it is useless? I feel disappointed. Maybe, okay? It can be many other things depending on the situation, obviously, okay? So thoughts are if feelings are followed by names or nouns referring to people. So I feel Amy has been pretty responsible. That is a thought, okay? I feel my boss is being very manipulative. That is a thought, okay? So I feel Amy has been pretty responsible could be I feel impressed. I feel happy. I feel overjoyed. Okay. I feel my boss is being very manipulative. Could be I feel frustrated. I feel disappointed. Okay. Right. So distinguish that. Bila you cakap I feel tu, it doesn't mean automatically what you say tu is a feeling. Right. It can be a thought. So learn how to distinguish feelings and thoughts. Okay. Before you nak cuba express you punya feelings you. Alright. So with NVC kita memang tekankan untuk you take responsibility of your own feelings. Okay. So how do you change your mindset to what I'm feeling ni is from me. Okay. You have to understand that what others do may be the stimulus or trigger of our feelings, but not the cause. Okay. So you can accept this, that bila kita rasa sesuatu, bila kita triggered, bukannya orang tu yang buat kita triggered, okay? Tapi kita punya unfulfilled needs tu yang buat kita rasa triggered. Sebab bila kita ada needs yang tak fulfilled, kita akan rasa macam ada kekurangan kan? So bila orang bring it up, kita akan triggered, kita akan rasa sesuatu. Tapi kalau kita tak ada rasa kekurangan tu, that need is fulfilled, orang cakap lah apa-apa pun, you tak akan rasa nak melenting because you punya need for whatever that you have tu is already fulfilled. Okay, so jangan macam cepat-cepat nak put the blame on other people bila you feel something. Okay, bila you feel something, it is something inside you yang inadequate, the need inside you yang inadequate. So orang tu cuma stimulus to that unfulfilled needs. Okay. So what others do may be the stimulus or trigger of our feelings. They trigger saja, but they are not the cause. Okay, so that's the first step into taking responsibility of our feelings. All right. We see that our feelings result from how we choose to receive what others say and do, and from our needs and expectations in that moment. Okay, so kita mesti change the way we think. Okay, change the way we receive what other people say and do. Okay, and always think that apa yang kita rasa ni, apa yang buat kita trigger ni is because of our needs and expectations pada masa tu yang tak fulfill. Okay, orang tu cuma trigger that. Okay. Alright. So how does acknowledging feelings and needs work? Okay, so what's the whole point of acknowledging feelings and needs ni? So kita kena faham. Macam I cakap tadi, okay? So you punya prefrontal cortex, is not communicating with your amygdala, so your lid is split. Bila you, I dah explain tadi lah sebenarnya, bila you boleh put words to your feelings, your amygdala tu boleh put words to your feelings, you punya PFC boleh faham, okay? Kalau you tak letak any word to it because you are blocking your feelings, you punya PFC tak tahu apa nak buat, tak tahu apa strategi nak buat because dia tak tahu you rasa macam mana. Kalau dia tak tahu you rasa macam mana, dia tak boleh, bila you tak tahu apa you rasa, dia tak tahu apa you perlu. Okay? Bila you tak tahu apa you perlu, macam mana PFC nak tolong? Because PFC ni is the brain yang buat strategi. Okay, yang bagi strategi kat you. Mami tutup video Mami. Okay. So basically bila PFC you tak boleh communicate dengan you punya amygdala, dia tak boleh come up with a strategy. Okay, so that's why you can always kena tahu feelings you apa, because bila feelings you tahu, bila you tahu apa feelings you, you know why it arise, where it arise from, okay, which is a need that is not fulfilled. So you tahu apa you punya need. Bila you tahu apa you punya need, baru PFC you boleh make a strategy for you. Okay, so kita nak this thing happen every time you ada any issues, any crisis, you boleh down regulate and let them think for you nak buat apa. Okay, so bila you tak bagi your brain access to your feelings, you akan jalan like this all day. So you akan rasa blur, things don't make sense, okay, and you rasa you tak tahu nak buat apa. Okay, and that is very common, isn't it? It's not like 1 in 10 orang rasa macam tu, mungkin 9 in 10 rasa macam tu, or 90 or 99% of people yang jalan like this, not knowing, not understanding, because tak ada self connection. Okay, so we want everybody to have this sort of insight, yang that you guys understand what you're going through, because bila you understand, it's easier for you to make decisions that will benefit yourself and menguntungkan you, and you tak akan rasa bersalah dan tak buat silap pada orang lain. Okay. Okay, so this is an example of feelings. List ni sebenarnya banyak lagi. Okay, this is just a simple ni lah, example sajalah. Okay, so you can feel delighted, you can feel comfortable, frustrated, relieved, sad, overwhelmed, excited, satisfied, worried, irritated. Okay, so these are the core, okay, the core feelings that you have. That is what's going on inside of you. Okay, so you kena biasakan diri dengan this vocabulary of feelings. Okay, So when I see or hear whatever tu yang terjadi tu, I feel apa? Because I need apa. That's the process. Okay. So you can have many feelings underlying one need, or you can have one feeling with so many needs underlying. Okay, so it's not like I'm feeling sad because I need empathy sahaja. You can feel sad because you need empathy and you need comfort and you need banyak macam-macam benda lagi. Faham Okay. Okay, this is the list of needs juga. So the needs are like stability, self-acceptance, harmony, consideration, connection. Okay, so ada banyak lagi words that describe needs. Oh, I pakai buku Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. So dalam ni memang buku rujukan I lah untuk Nonviolent Communication. Okay, so what I'm covering today maybe 10% je daripada apa yang ada kat dalam ni, and maybe 1% of the rest of the Nonviolent Communication punya module dengan how we use it lah practicality wise. Okay. Okay. So bila kita dapat a negative message, okay, there are options in ways of receiving it ataupun in ways of we respond to it. Okay. So I akan bagi contoh because selalunya I tak bagi sangat contoh, macam tak boleh faham kan. Okay. So when you receive a negative message, for example, you're the most self-centered person I've ever met. Somebody said that to you. Okay. Ada 4 cara untuk you nak respond to it. Okay. So first way is blame ourselves. Ni bukan cara yang you sepatutnya buat. Maksud I ialah these are the ways that people usually respond to when they get negative messages lah. The way they respond when they get negative messages. Okay. So some people blame themselves. Okay. So when this person says, you're the most self-centered person I've ever met, and you go, oh, I should have been more sensitive. You terus blame yourself. Okay, so that is one way people respond. Okay, ada tak orang yang respond macam ni selalu? Self-blaming. Me. Okay. Always self-blaming. Ramai kan orang yang selalu self-blame. Okay, so I hope that after this you akan tukar cara you respond. I akan ajar macam mana you nak ni. Okay. Alright. So the next one is blame others. Ni lagi best kan? How dare you? You're even worse. Okay. Ada tak yang suka buat macam ni? How dare you, you even worse. Dah pukul 10 dah, 1 hour dah. Oh my God. Kena cepat sikit. Selalu juga, ada juga orang yang ni. Okay. But we don't want that, okay? Cakap dalam hati, okay. But still you are blaming other people kan, right? Okay, next. Okay, ada tak yang buat macam ni? Sense our own feelings and needs. When I hear you say that I'm the most self-centered person you've ever met, I feel hurt because I need some recognition of my efforts to be considerate of your preferences. Okay, ayat dia memang a bit bombastic jugalah, teringat kan. Okay, never mind. But ini contoh, okay, contoh set. Actually is the best way untuk kita nak respond tanpa kita trigger balik orang lain ataupun tanpa kita buat dia rasa offended. Okay, when I hear you say that I'm the most self-centered person you've ever met, because this is just stating apa yang dia cakap balik kan, you're the most self-centered person I've ever met. So when I hear you say that, so another way, kalau you takut you terinterpret salah, you can just repeat apa orang tu cakap word by word, verbatim. Okay, when I hear that you say you're the most self-centered person I've ever met, I feel hurt. Bila you cakap I feel hurt, you are not blaming the other person, okay? But you are taking responsibility of your own feelings, okay? I feel hurt because I need recognition, okay? So you are telling them that bila dia cakap ayat tu, I feel hurt because I need something. It's not like bila you cakap macam tu, you buat I rasa, ataupun bila you cakap macam tu, I rasa macam ni because of you. No, okay. I feel like this because there's a need inside me that is not fulfilled. Okay, so you are taking responsibility for your own feelings. Okay, so that is the NVC way, nombor 3 ni. Okay. Nombor 4 ialah sense others' feelings and needs. Okay, this is also NVC. So, are you feeling hurt because you need more consideration for your preferences? Okay, ingat tak the NVC tree of life tadi kan? Kan ada I cakap self-connection dekat root tu ada 2 part. Self-empathy dengan humanizing, right? So, number 3 is self-empathy. That means kita self-empathy and self-expression lah, because yang ni you tengah bercakap dengan orang tu, okay? The number 4 is, are you feeling hurt because you need more consideration for your preferences? That is humanizing. Lepas you dah fikir, you tanya balik orang tu, that is empathy. Okay, so this is contoh how you use nonviolent communication in your bila you berhadapan dengan krisis, okay, tanpa blaming, judging or making assumptions about another person. Okay, so this memang takes a lot of practice, and sometimes orang salah anggap juga because they are so not used to it. Okay, so I selalu pesan pada my students that practice this amongst yourselves first, okay? Because then we know what's going on. We know that, oh, dia sebenarnya sekarang ni tengah nak cuba self-expression. Dia ni sekarang ni tengah cuba empathizing apa semua, okay? Ada sampai satu tahap tu, when I started using NVC, my husband sampai jadi speechless. Because selalu gaduh je dengan dia kan. Blaming dia. I bukanlah selalu gaduh dengan dia. Maksudnya bila kita ada krisis, we always blame. We always make accusations kan. But selepas I belajar MVC, I dah stop doing that. So I dah start cakap, I feel like this because I need this. And then dia macam tunggu je, bila masa you nak insult me. Okay, dia tak faham. Okay, so it's normal. Tapi it's okay because lama-lama you try to explain what I explained to you today to them. Ataupun suruh dia attend my session so they understand what's going on. And most marriages, the biggest problem selalunya communication. Okay, because of communication inilah yang marriages become really strained. Okay, and I've helped a few couples juga yang after belajar NVC dah aman damai. Okay, right. So this is what I'm trying to teach you today. Okay, sekejap I tengok questions. Okay, self-empathy dengan self-blame. Self-empathy tu macam I cakap lah, what's going on inside of me. I feel sad because I need support. Okay, self-blaming is you are not good. You are a bad mom. This is all your fault. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think it's clear cut macam tu. Okay, self-empathy is being kesian dekat diri you and trying to understand and making connection with yourself at the same time. Okay, right? Okay. Selalu husband kena blame husband. Okay. Mungkin after dah marah or merajuk, berhari-hari boleh bercakap macam tu. You know, merajuk ni membazir masa, membazir tenaga. Okay. Some of the guys, they don't even notice that you tengah merajuk. That's my husband. Okay. Kadang-kadang 3 hari kita merajuk, dia diam je kan. Rupanya dia tak tahu pun kita merajuk. Okay. Membazir masa ni. You just express yourself, okay, in that way without blaming or judging him. Okay. So training, yes, okay. It's not you, it's me. I'll take it with a pinch of salt lah, okay. Yeah, could be juga it's you. It's not you, it's me. Okay, I'm feeling like this because I need this, okay. Okay, ada lelaki yang dengar sengih-sengih bagus kan. So lepas ni, you all jangan bergaduh-gaduh, okay. Krisis memang akan sentiasa ada. But the way you communicate will determine whether that crisis akan jadi something yang blow out of proportion or not. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, right. So, I sambung ya. The second part ni is about EOs lah. Okay. So, connecting with yourself helps you understand what you're going through, make decisions that favors you without regrets. Kenapa without regrets? Because you punya tindakan adalah based on you punya needs. So you tak akan rasa ada regrets langsung. Tak akan menyesal. Because apa yang you buat tu untuk fulfill you punya needs. Okay. Dan lah kalau you, that's why I cakap you kena tahu needs tu apa. And nak tahu needs tu apa, you kena tahu feelings you apa dulu. Okay. So that you tak akan make decision yang favor other people. Okay. And does not fulfill your need. Sometimes kita buat decision yang favors other people tapi fulfills our need. Maybe our need for, I don't know, but it happens lah. Okay, memang you boleh je nak berkorban bagi orang lain dapat apa yang dia nak, tapi at the same time you akan rasa a sense of maybe humanity ataupun self satisfaction. Okay, right? And then it stops you from hurting others because you are you're not blaming them. Okay, all right. So EOS for emotional benefit ni memang dah lama. Okay, you can people use aromas, you know, scents untuk nak regulate emotions since zaman dulu-dulu lagi. Okay, cuma in the 90s baru nampak the link lah, alright. Okay, so it's safe, it's natural, it's quick, it's simple, and it can be used with other tactics. Okay, so that's why kita pilih EO. Okay, so bila you hidu satu scent, you punya olfactory system dalam your nose akan akan pergi ke our limbic system. So through aromas tu, you can actually write and program your patterns ataupun you boleh the chemical compounds itself tu boleh support you punya amygdala. Okay, your limbic system. Your amygdala is within your limbic system. Okay, and so you can actually use your EOS tu untuk nak interrupt autopilot emotions, the pathways yang dah pernah created by the amygdala in the past tu. Okay, so it's very, very powerful kalau you tahu macam nak guna. Okay, so it's as simple as diffusing ataupun diluting and then rolling them dekat kawasan badan yang holding the emotion. So sometimes selain daripada feelings and needs, you can also feel your body because feelings are feelings feel tu selain daripada emotions, it's also what you feel physically. So sometimes certain emotions are so so big, so huge that you get physical symptoms from it. Okay, macam you sakit sini, you pening kepala ke apa semua. So ambil roller you and sapu pada tempat-tempat yang you rasa holding emotions tu. Okay, yang rasa ada sensation. Okay, that will also help with releasing it lah. Okay, alright. So it goes to the limbic system and then it creates emotional response lah. So specific aromas elicit specific emotions or feelings. Okay, so ni semua you boleh tengok dekat dalam ebook Managing Emotions dalam doTERRA punya website. Okay, so different aromas ni akan give rise to different feeling properties. Okay, alright, and it's all explained by this chemistry wheel. Okay, so different chemical constituents can give rise to different feelings lah, macam calming, clarifying, and everything. Okay, so this one I tak akan go to deeply. Alright, so how do you use your EOs ni, strategies you? You can use it untuk open up to conflict resolution. Okay, like willingness or openness. So you ada conflict, you nak resolve, you use EOs untuk nak initiate that. Okay, it can be used untuk nak support certain emotions, and it can be used untuk nak alleviate feelings, okay, like sadness or grief, or it can be used untuk fulfill needs that are not met, like balance and rejuvenation. Okay, and also can be used to modulate emotions, macam tu nak create emotions like motivation and creativity. Okay, and mungkin rajin juga kan, kita boleh jumpa lagi waktu kan. Okay, so this is just to say that even the basic EOs yang kita selalu guna hari-hari pun ada dia punya emotional components dia. Okay, so like lavender is oil of communication and calm, lemon oil focus. So semua ni you jangan underestimate you punya basic oils, okay, because they all contribute to emotional punya benefits juga. Okay, and kalau you ada buku The Essential Life ni, kalau Ikin buat pre-order bila dia rajin, you can get this. Okay, this is a very good book. Dalam this list came from this book. Okay, so you can actually okay, so you can know what kind of emotions that I nak tengok ni check ni. It's just going on my ni. Okay, nanti ya. Okay, so I think sebenarnya boleh jawab kemudian. Okay, so you can use essential oils untuk nak balancekan balik certain emotions. So for example, if you have an unbalanced emotion like obsessed, okay, you are so obsessed with things that you do ke whatever lah kan, you can use cilantro. Okay, cilantro tu akan balancekan balik you punya feelings of obsession tu, and it will make you more easygoing. Faham tak? Okay, so that's why I said this list is very, very good, because you boleh choose your EOs based on apa emotion that you nak balancekan balik. Okay, so this is just one example of it. Okay, right. The other one is you can use EOs bila you rasa this a negative emotion. So kalau you rasa drained, you diffuse white orange. Okay, if you feel inadequate, you use bergamot. Okay, so you can use EOs ni untuk nak alleviate negative punya feelings. And you can also use EOS untuk create positive emotions. Okay, so katakan you nak feel liberated, then you diffuse jasmine. Okay, right? So have kalau you try to get hold of this list lah, okay? I think you can. I'm not sure you boleh Google jumpa ke tak. Ada mungkin ada jugalah kalau you Google pun, okay? And then you can use EOS untuk nak overcome ataupun create emotions, okay? So, and we also have specific EO blends for emotions and moods, okay? So this is our emotion punya oil. We ada motivate, dah tukar nama. I lupa apa dia nama baru dia. Cheer, passion, forgive, console and peace. And you can also use mood oils, okay? Mesti ada orang jawab kat I ni. Encourage, yes. Okay, thank you, Ikin and Kavita. Okay. Sebab I nak kena beli ni, dah habis dah I punya motivate, dah lama dah habis kan. Okay. And you can also use this chart untuk nak choose mood oils. Okay, so kalau you are feeling fatigue and no passion and you want to feel invigorated, stimulated and motivated, you ambil citrus bliss. Okay, so we have an oil for everything basically. I have an oil for that. Okay, and you can also use EOS untuk create new pathways, beliefs kat dalam dia punya system, okay, belief system you. So contohnya bila you pilih cheer because it's a happy day oil, okay. So you diffuse this when you need a lot of energy while saying, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor and celebrate myself. Okay, so you keep on repeating that until your brain believes it. Okay, so that every time you diffuse cheer, you akan automatically rasa love, honored and celebrated. Okay, so this is called affirmation. Okay, affirmation, AFFIR. Affirmation is affirmation in form of question, like forgive. Forgive ni memang ada love hate kan, relationship. Ramai orang perlu forgive ni, tapi ramai orang tak tahan sebab rasa busuk. Okay, so why does an oil tu bau busuk? Ingat tak I cerita pasal kita punya homeostasis kan? So bila kita dah terlalu lama berada dalam keadaan tolerating a bad situation kan, badan kita nak go back into the normal homeostasis tu dah susah because dia dah biasa operating at a suboptimal level. Okay, jadi bila you nak try by diffuse forgive ataupun sapu forgive, badan you akan resist because dia tak nak kacau that new suboptimal punya balance yang sebenarnya tak balance pun. Okay, so that's why you still kena use that oil until your body dah boleh accept. At one point body you akan boleh tolerate it. Okay, and that point you will actually feel a lot better. Okay, so kalau you tak boleh tolerate bau dia, you dilute and sapu kat tapak kaki, which is furthest from your nose. Okay, because the oils will still go inside your body and it will still do its job. Okay, tak payahlah diffuse lagi, yang dah lama-lama dah rasa makin better kan, barulah you diffuse. Okay, alright, so and you can use it for other things as well lah, right? So I come to the end of my presentation. I am like 20 minutes lebih daripada yang sepatutnya. Okay. Forgive lah best. What's wrong with you people? Okay. Okay.